you guys, it's Aaliyah Sharice here, and I'm back. Oh my gosh, so for a good 3 minutes, I thought I was recording, and I definitely was not. But we're back with another March. Well, actually, we're back with another Intentions box from Cloth and Paper. This is the March subscription, and I'm going to go ahead and do a voiceover this time because earlier my son was playing with his PS5, so his little voiceover. Right here, I'm just reading what we got in this box. We got the postage stamp photo slide, the message pad, the stamp sheet dashboard, the Infirma dashboard, the inbox sorting inserts, envelope storage hold sets, circular page flags, and just a whole bunch of great stuff. I'm trying to match up with the timing of the video, so if I didn't read them all, I just didn't read them all. But we're going to go ahead and get this on open up. We also got some mini magnetic bookmarks, some square stickers, the wax seal stickers. Oh my gosh, you guys, wait till you see them. They look amazing. The letter to self journaling card and the clear calendar card, of course, and our monthly pen set. So we had a lot of great things that came in this box, and I was super excited to get it. And I actually got it today, and I'm recording this today, and today is March 7th. It is Saturday, and it's so beautiful outside. I live in Virginia, so me and my son went out and we played some basketball earlier today, and now we're back home enjoying our stationery. But so here's the May card of vellum that we got, which I'm going to go ahead and put it off to the side. I found a way to tuck it into the Affirmer dashboard, and you guys will see that in another video. Here is the journaling card for the month, the letters to self journaling card from me to me. It feels amazing. The color actually is pretty great. I don't know why on other people's videos it came out looking white. Even in the cloth and paper video, it didn't kind of come out looking like that color. It's not exactly gray, but it is a nice color on a journaling card. Here are the mini bookmarks, and I absolutely love the texture of it. Um, there is a texture to it. I can't quite describe it right now. But one is chocolate and the other one, I don't know what the other color is, but it looks gray. So, yeah. But actually, I can't wait to use the chocolate one. So that will be going on into the next one. Um, but oh my gosh, you guys, they feel amazing. In someone's video, they opened it up and I noticed that the cloth and paper logo signature is on the inside. I think that's a nice touch when it comes to branding. So I'm super glad to be seeing that in play. Branding is so important, and I think that was a nice touch to have it on the inside of the envelope. So that's beautiful. I'm gonna put that to the side. The next thing is the stickers that are in the, what do they call? What do they call these? This one. Let me see if I can see it real quick. The square stickers in halftone, which has the shape of an eye, but when you put it on paper, they're definitely different squares, different tones. I kind of think I can still use these. I'm not really a black and white type of sticker planner. It's just very flat to me. I kind of need some sort of richer aesthetic because I'm not a color aesthetic person, but I am a richer, deeper tones type of aesthetic planning person. And so I'm gonna use them somehow because I use everything or I repurpose things. But for the stickers, I'll figure out how to use it. And you guys can see here, I'm struggling to put it back into the little plastic it came into because I just want to put it off to the side because I don't plan on using it right away. And I actually don't plan on putting it into my document holder, I guess, that we got in the last box. So I'll figure that out later. Here is the photo slide card for March. And I'm going to go ahead and open that up there. So I wonder how you guys feel about this month's subscription. I can't even talk these days. So on the top, it was so hard to see, and it didn't quite describe it when I watched the reveal video. But that top photo slide is actually a person that's shopping. Um, I'm also talking about right here. This card came dirty. It has so many marks on it. It was a little gritty. I'm gonna have to find a way to wipe it down. But I was really kind of annoyed that it was dirty. And yeah, so I that's me kind of just rubbing that right there because it was just a really dirty photo slide. So I was like, and I love them. I feel like they're so thick and they're nice material, but I guess the glue or whatever, someone got the glue on the outside of that photo slide. So I'll figure out a way to wipe that down. The next thing that I want to go over, I couldn't quite decide what I wanted to open up next right here. But I was like, you know what, let me just go ahead and just show this one off, guys. These stamps, the wax seal stickers, are so nice. The color is nice. The color is rich. The texture, it feels like wax. Although they're not wax, they just feel like wax. So I'm really in love with that. You have priority, you have scheduled, you have to plan, you have reminder, you have archive, and you have reflect. And I will be using these in my half letter planners because I have more than one now, and so I'm super excited to be using that. But guys, when I say that that is like the number one thing in this box for me this month, that is the best thing ever. I was so excited to get this box because of those seals. So I'm super excited to be using those. Next, I'm going to go ahead and let's see. What do I open up next? I was trying to organize right here and put it all to where you guys can kind of still see what I got, but at the same time make some room because I'm really working with limited space. Here are the trios, the Circle Page Flags trio, which came in volume 2, and I want to say it was walnut, desert, tortoise, and the Ibiza color. And Ibiza, actually, that color is really on a light beige side. So they weren't bad. I seen someone kind of hurt or slice their finger with opening this. So I'm going to be opening this a little bit different because I like to repurpose what I get in cloth and paper. And I think repurposing this vellum envelope is going to be pretty good for me. So I opened it really carefully and I was able to salvage the packaging so I can reuse it later on. So you guys just peel it open. That tackiness that they have to close the envelope is really tacky. So you just got to be careful. Like I was saying right there, like I ripped a little bit at the top, but it's not salvageable. So that's really good packaging. I actually do like it. So this trio set is really nice. I wanted to go ahead and, yeah, it was a little marked up right there. But I wanted to go ahead and test them out. I typically don't like testing my things out until I actually use it, but this one I wanted to see what the colors were. So as you can see when I'm laying it on that flat background and back on the packaging, the colors are really nice. That walnut color is amazing. I like that more than the tortoise, the desert tortoise shell flag. I think it's nice. I will use it, but I don't know where exactly yet will I use it. And then of course that Ibiza, it really comes off like a beigey cream. I'm gonna try to show you guys, but me placing my hand behind it, you can kind of see that beige that I was talking about. But all of the flags are beautiful. I love them. So that's a nice touch. And so I'm gonna go ahead and put that up there. And let's bring back the other goodies that we got in this box. So I wanted to go ahead and open this up because immediately when I seen it, I already knew that the gray Jetstream pen, I'm going to go ahead and give to my son. So like I was saying in a few videos now that you guys are starting to get to know me, I don't like gray. Um, I don't like the color. I don't really care for it. And the pen was to me was as basic as they come. It writes nice, but just because it was gray, I really wanted the cream or the sage, like the sage green one that they had. And if I didn't get that one, I already decided to give that pen to my son. So I wanted to make sure that the cap wasn't coming off on this particular pen. I do like it. I'm again not a red person, but because I work for Keller Williams and red seems to be our branding color, I will be using this pen. Um, so I went ahead and put that off to the side. Now this is where I was so hurt. So I see how they made this. And some of you who don't know me, or a lot of you who don't know me, I used to have a stationery brand where I made planners and things and such, all stationery. This one, when they put my envelope on, it was put on crooked. Also, there were little specks of debris under the envelope that if I was to pull it up, it would tear the dashboard. So I had to get over the fact that there was debris under it. There's a speck underneath my envelope. And it just wasn't clean. Like the plastic, the PVC wasn't clean. It was very much crooked on my dashboard. And I don't even know if I even want to say anything because I hate to wait to get something replaced. And it's just little things like that. Like you really have to do inspection control before you send something out. And I guess they figured that it wasn't that bad or wasn't that noticeable, or maybe they just didn't notice it. But I just took that picture again as if someone shopping or walking across the street with shopping bags. And I also took the photo slide, which also was dirty, mind you. And I just stuck them in there just to kind of just do something with it, and it looks great. But to my eye, I see the debris underneath the PVC, and I also see some marks on it. But I'll find a way to gently clean it and then put it into my planner. But I do love that dashboard. Like I feel like it's absolutely beautiful, and that's called the Ephirma dashboard. Now this one is the stamp one, and it is a very dark, creamy color. Like I thought it was going to be like a little bit on the lighter off-white, maybe ivory side. No, it's hella cream. It's hella dark. And so I was like, oh, okay. Now I will show you guys in my next video on how I plan to use, but I'm definitely covering up these stamps, and I printed out some sticker stamps that I'm going to be putting on top of this one um, in the boxes to cover this whole thing up. Because one, the lettering, I get that it's like supposed to be kind of like you're in movement, words in movement or words in transit. But to me, it looks almost schizophrenic. It looks like, if you've ever seen the movie A Beautiful Mind, that's what that looks like to me. So I can't stand the scattered letters. This is the inbox inserts. I'm just pulling out the top page so you can kind of see how they plan to use it. This I'm actually excited about because in my real estate planner, I actually plan on using this as a checklist for when movers or whoever, like a buyer or a seller, the different steps in the process. Like, let's say, for instance, you have inspection day, or you have the appraisers coming, or you have a walkthrough. I plan on using these uh, inbox insert as a checklist for the different steps in regards to real estate. When you are a seller or a buyer, what is the next move, and then kind of just using it as that. So you guys would definitely be seeing these in play because I don't have any purpose for them as a inbox, but I do have purpose for them as a task checklist for my buyers and my sellers. This absolutely awesome. Absolutely love it. These were the envelope storage holder set. The second color isn't horrible. Um, it's like a sagey uh, green, but really on the gray side, but not as gray. So I decided to put this into a planner that I'm not flipping through constantly, at least the second one. I finally understood what people were talking about when it came to them placing that sticker where the opening is, because even with my scissors, I could not get it open. I was struggling right here, you guys. And I was like, oh no, that is something you have to definitely take watch of because you don't want to bend up your product. And so I really had to slice it open and like really make sure I wasn't bending my product. And they placed that sticker in such an awkward place that it was kind of annoying. But luckily, just take your time and nothing came out bent or looking crazy. So here is the vellum one that is see-through, translucent, I guess you can say. and it's beautiful. It feels wonderful. It's nice and sturdy. And so is the second envelope one. I did test out and put a page flag. I didn't do it in this video, but when I was done with this video, I put a page flag to close it. And it really depends on how you lay the page flag down, because it doesn't exactly stay closed. And I'm not going to use a wax seal sticker to do that. So I'll find another way to do a temporary closure that can actually open and close. But for the most part, I love them. I love both of them. And they will be in good use. Now, this is like the last product that was in the box. As you can see, I'm pointing out the fact that there are specks and things all over. Every single piece that I got in this box had something going on with debris. So I don't know what was happening with that. But here I was just reading the little note that they had on the front. I went ahead and opened this up. Also kind of annoyed with the packaging of this one as well, because it was tempting to bend up the corner of this journal set, and I was getting annoyed. So as you can see, when I'm pulling that out, it did um, kind of slightly bend up the corner. And I was like, yo, what is happening? But whatever. It wasn't too much of a big deal. As you can see right there, me rubbing it to kind of smooth it back out. But I got the debris off of it. It had like a little bit of a smudge, but right there, which I was like, bro, what is happening with their packaging? But at the end of the day, that one's just going to be a tester. So I decided to test the pins on that one because it did have a smudge on the page. What I did notice is that the outline of this is black. I felt like she should have been a little bit more consistent with the color and made the outside of it brown. I think it would have went well with everything in the box, because that brown would have really stood out with that mini bookmark as well as the page flags. So that was just my take on it. I would have made the gilding on the page brown versus black. I think it would have made it a lot more sexier, crispier, and sophisticated. So here's me testing out that cherry wood pen. I believe it's a point 0.5. I think I write it down on this paper, but it does write absolutely beautiful. So I'm just taking that little piece off before I start writing it on that page. And I'm just writing to me, from me on the first page here. And then um, I tested out some more. And I want to know you guys' take on the pins in the box. So far, this is my second box this year, even though it's the March box, which is the third box. I missed the first one, unfortunately. But the pen actually does write really nice. It writes really good, and I will be using it. The red actually reminds me of when you used to get papers corrected in school, although it's like a little bit deeper. So as you can see, I finished writing whatever it is I'm writing on this page. I think I wrote, "This pen writes really smooth, extremely smooth." And then I took my regular .38 uni ball pen, and this one is in burgundy, and I just wanted to see how different the red was. And as you can see, this is definitely a burgundy pen. This does not come in a box though. I was just testing the ink to see the difference between the red and the burgundy. And it, doesn't write too different from my .38, even though it was a .5. So I'm happy with that. And then I went ahead and tested off the jet stream. Even though I'm giving it to my son, I refuse to use anything that aesthetically doesn't feel or look pleasing in my hand. So the gray pen will be going to my son, but it does write nice. And it's just a typical standard pen to me. It doesn't really do anything spectacular. Um, yeah, so I think that was the end of all the things that I got into this box. I want to know what you guys' favorite piece is. So far for me, it is the wax seal stickers and the notepad I do like. The mini bookmarks I do like. The journaling card I absolutely love. My firmer dashboard I still love, even though it came a little dirty and with debris stuck underneath the plastic, which I can't do anything about. And then these, I love the envelopes. That I'm not too much of a fan of. That stamp one, I have to figure out color wise how that's going to play into my planners. But yeah, so here's the photo slide again. I think it looks good on that ephemera dashboard. The mini bookmarks, my favorite again. Love these. Can't wait to use them. I think that's everyone's favorite. And they sold out. So clearly people do love this box. The trio page flags are pretty cool. These are okay. They're not my favorite. And this journaling card I do love. I do love that. So I hope you guys really do enjoy this video and talk to you next time.